Howdy y'all, this is Rick, and today we're going to talk about the 3VZE Toyota engine that came in the second gen 4Runners, specifically the knock sensor and its wiring. Um, I'm doing a major tune-up and adjusting the valves and replacing gaskets and everything else, cleaning out the intake manifold and the plenum and replacing injectors, etc., etc. During all that, I came to notice that whoever worked on my engine last decided to relocate my knock sensor. That was not by my choice, believe me, because I like having properly functioning things, and I don't believe in shortcuts when it comes to working on my engine. They relocated the knock sensor up to the top engine hook, and just to avoid it having throwing a code at them. And they chopped off the wiring and spliced it all together, pretty redneck-ish and everything else. Now look at me, I'm kind of redneck and everything else. I've had my redneck ingenuity moments, and they've got me by and everything. But when it comes to professional work, I don't skimp on the details. But anyway, this is a knock sensor. First and foremost, if you're down this deep and you're having knock sensor issues, go ahead and spend $150 at Toyota. Do not buy one from AutoZone or O'Reilly's. I've read countless reports of people going that route, and it just doesn't work because they're too general. Toyota makes the ones very specific to a specific frequency, and just need to get that one. It's $150. Sorry, that's just the way it is. Thank you very much, Toyota, by the way. Secondly, if you go in that deep, this is the pigtail. This runs about $15 from the Toyota factory. It's the only place you can get it. Again, I can't stress enough, since you're that deep into it, this is the part that usually fails. Whenever you get that knock sensor code, this is the part that is usually going to fail, because this is the part that runs from the top of the engine block up through the heads, in between the heads and the plenum, or the intake manifold, excuse me. And it's beaten on every time you warm up your engine from the heat, and the wiring gets brittle and it cracks and exposes wiring, the inside wires, and it essentially just causes malfunction and headache and everything else. So just go ahead and do yourself a solid and replace that. This is the old one that I pulled out from mine. As you can see, the old knock sensor has one connector. This is the old pigtail. It has one connector. Now, in that pigtail, somewhere around the bend, I guess, because I've taken all this apart pretty much, they switch it up on you and take it up to a coax type cable. And you can't really find that coax cable, but, well, not the exact cable anyway, but you can find something that definitely works. It is RG58. You can get this at Fry's Electronics in Texas, and maybe even Radio Shack. I just went straight to Fry's because I know I'm probably going to be able to find this kind of thing there. It's like the Walmart of computer stores and electronic stores. So anyway, that is the pigtail. So go ahead and replace the pigtail. And if somebody took the liberty, be it yourself or the mechanic or the previous owner or whatever, took the liberty of relocating the knock sensor, leaving the old one on the block and putting the knock sensor somewhere else, they probably chopped off this part, and this is the part that goes to the ECU. This is where the fun begins, and as I was pointing out earlier, this is one single connection that goes into a coax style cable, and the exterior shielding is for grounding, and the interior wire is the wire that goes to the ECU and lets it know to retard the timing to prevent pre-ignition and possible damages to your pistons, burning holes in your pistons, etc., etc. So this is where everybody kind of gets messed up, and this is where it has a tendency to fail due to time and heat and everything else. I mean, it's a 20-year-old vehicle, for crying out loud. Give me a break. It lasted for a while. But anyway, so somebody took this off and just kind of crimped it all together with butt connectors and everything else. First and foremost, don't use butt connectors with this. The name of the game is resistance. If you have any resistance on this whatsoever, you're going to have issues. You're going to get that code. It's not going to work. So don't use butt connectors. Solder it. Secondly, RG58. This is the stuff that you need. Don't use, don't try and use the TV cable, like the type of cable that's coax, but it's a single strand in the center, and that single strand will have a tendency to kink and break very easily. This is multi-stranded, and so therefore, if one of them breaks, it's not an issue. You need to have yield ohm meter set for 20K. And you need to do ohm testing and test for resistance. So if you're going to play with this, so basically what Toyota did was this is the black wire is the money wire. As you can see on the knock sensor pigtail, that's the one and only wire that comes out of the pigtail. That's the black wire. Black wire goes into the coax, and it is connected to the center coax wire, which is shielded by the exterior wire, and that is used for grounding. And then it comes out, and well, my female end is missing, but this is where the two wires would come out to meet up with this right there at right between 1 and 3 cylinders, right by I believe it's the third number 3 cylinder fuel injector wire. It's usually laying I want to say horizontally, kind of tucked back behind the valve cover, and this plugs in to this pigtail. Like I said, my female side's missing, and this proceeds to go and let your AC proceeds to go to the ECU. Again, the black wire is the money wire. That's the wire that you connect to the center wire in the RG58. And learn how to solder. Find a buddy who knows how to solder, or if you already know how to solder, good for you. I had to kind of teach myself, but it's all good. New skills. So anyway, I went ahead and I found a donor vehicle this morning to donate me the female side, because I've already picked up the RG58 from Fry's, and I took the old another old one that I found from another donor vehicle, and kind of made my own, minus the connector there. Made my own, and I'm left with these two connections. Now, if you look closely, I don't know if you can see, but one of them is copper, and the other one's just kind of straight metal, and that is to kind of help you keep them straight. And if you look at the new pigtail from Toyota, the female side pigtail, you'll see that it has a copper and a regular metal one. I guess that's to kind of help us avoid confusion. And so you want to keep those straight. And the black wire is the money wire. That's the wire that connects to the center wire strand. And basically what you want to do is mesh them together, solder it, shrink wrap it, use a little bit of split wrap, and then on top of that either electrical tape and or aluminum shielding tape, like heat shielding tape. I'm just doing that for shits and giggles and beef it up, and I just really don't want to mess with this anymore, ever again, unless I'm putting in the damn 3V or the 5VZ motor 3.4 with the turbo. Hope this helps y'all. This has been a pretty major headache, and I'm making this video basically because I'm a little bit bored. I'm waiting on my valve shims from Toyota. Hopefully they got the sizes right, and I receive those here pretty soon. Another little tip I might give you is really makes things easier. Is I went ahead and made these just because I wanted life to be easier. I don't have really steady hands, but basically I picked up some shielded alligator clips, and I had some just some black and red wire. And then when I was at Fry's, I picked up these little female type ends that it's good practice to learn how to solder as well. And went ahead and made these nice solid connectors that'll plug into, or that you can plug your test lead into, and for your ohm meter or your voltmeter. And then you got alligator clips to clip onto the ends of the leads, just like so. Pretty cool, huh? But again, resistance is the name of the game here. No resistance whatsoever, else you're just wasting your time. Test your connections, make solid connections, and I hope this helps. I really do. And I'll do some more actually of these because I'm learning a lot and I like to help people out. So we'll see y'all further down the road. If you have any questions, please feel free to post comments or whatever. Maybe I'll even start a YouTube channel. You never know. First of many. I don't know. See you around. My name's Rick. Have a nice day.